What's up, guys? So it's Friday, first day of Momocon. Usually they like to do their cons Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but I think because of time issues, they are doing the Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Got the hotel here Thursday so I could be prepared and get ready for Friday and stuff. Um, so Friday, I didn't bring my camera because I'll start with this. I underestimate where the hotel is compared to the con, because it's a little bit farther compared to the Marriott, like the one I had last year. So I was just like, oh, I guess I can't bring the camera. So I was just like, I'm gonna be at the con, and then there's gonna be at some point at night, I'm gonna go Waffle House to eat some dinner, and then go back to the con, and then once I'm done, I'm gonna go back home. So I'm not gonna have a chance to record because I got my big Canon camera, and it's gonna be hard. I was just like, if it would have been closer, like, hey, I'll go back and grab the camera and then start recording. So that wasn't in my mind to record. I wish I had something to record because there's a very interesting stuff that happened. But to begin, so in the morning I woke up, so I was like, oh, there's complimentary breakfast. So the guy explained it was the second row four, and I got to the fourth, and usually, from my experience, the free complimentary breakfasts are usually jam packed. I see like five people in there. It was like 8 a.m. So I'm kind of like thinking to myself, something doesn't seem right. So I walk in, it's like, oh, have a seat, and I'll bring the menu too. And that's when I knew. I was just like, okay, something doesn't seem right. It's usually they always had it set up kind of like a buffet style for free complimentary breakfast. So so they gave me the menu and there's prices in there. And I asked the lady, I was just like, I believe it's free complimentary breakfast. Like, oh, what's your room number? So I told him the room number. So she checked and she's like, oh, unfortunately, your room's not eligible for free complimentary breakfast. Only certain rooms. Like, oh, I guess the guy told me wrong. So came back, and I guess this is where I'm happy that I brought my own breakfast and stuff. So I ate my oatmeal here and then get ready. So I mapped out, and so I was like, geez, it's like a freaking 10-minute walk. So I'm gonna try to draw a picture in my tab. Just give me 1 second here. Hopefully you guys can see in this here. So pretty much like my hotel is like right here, right? Let me try to zoom out. So now you're gonna laugh, and you're gonna realize made a mistake. Hindsight, you know, you're gonna laugh. So I mapped out like my destination as my Waffle House, because if I know where Waffle House is, then I know where the con is. Rather than using the con itself as your landmark to go use Google Maps, I use Waffle House. Waffle House is like around here. So there's a street here, and there's a street here. The con is right here. Okay, you guys can see that. So, and then here's like the park, and when the park's open, you can cut through here. Here's like a road here, and then here's like the park, and then you can cross the road, and then the park can go. You can like walk here and then go straight to the con. If the park's closed, where they close at night, then you can walk around. So I'm thinking well, since I already mapped it out on Thursday, I instantly go here, 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 here. So that's when I already planned out in my head. Yeah, I'm not gonna bring my camera because it's too far and stuff like that. So I saw one guy walking this road here. I don't know where he's walking to, but I recognized the guy because I saw him going at the same Hilton Garden Inn right here, Hilton. And I was like, oh, that guy is from the same hotel. So he's walking here, and I'm like, look, let me look at Google Maps one more time. And then apparently this road connects to here. so So this morning I walked around and all I had to do is just go here. It's a 6-minute walk. And I learned that coming back here, and I'm like, I feel so dumb. I blame Waffle House. So now I know it's close. So it's gonna be a lot easier for tomorrow. Thankfully on Saturday, because I need to go back to the con because I'm gonna be competing in the Tekken 8 tournament. So I'm not gonna have my stick with me. So I'm gonna do my thing in the Saturday morning, and then like around like maybe like 6 o'clock. I think the tournament starts at 8. I want to get back here at 6 o'clock and go over fundamentals before the tournament, warm up, and get my stick and go. And this time I'll bring my camera. It's gonna suck because I'm gonna bring a bunch of stuff, but I mean it is what it is. But at the very least, I'm gonna be stationary. I'm gonna be at the game room, so I'm not gonna be walking around with my camera and my stick. So it's not gonna be that bad. But then like after a tournament, when it's all said and done, then I'm just gonna take everything back and then come back to the con or something. Maybe get something to eat. I'm not too sure. But so that's the game plan. So thanks to the random guy that I saw in the morning that I recognized, guide me the way. So that's gonna make life a lot easier for Saturday. So speaking of tournaments, there is actually like the Capcom vs SK2 tournament. It's like a retro tournament, and I decided to join for fun because it's free. I happened to stop by, and it was like 30 minutes before it starts, and they're saying over like the microphone, like, yeah, Capcom vs SK2 tournament starts in 30 minutes, and I'm like, yeah, why not? So I decided to join. So I was just like, didn't do well. And on top of it too, like it was on Dreamcast. So I had to use Dreamcast controller. I typically use stick. But anyways, yeah, like on stream, I was just, every time like I win, I just shake my head. I don't know if my opponent took it like offensive or something, but I didn't mean it due to them. I just mean to me, because it's like I could have done better and stuff like that. And people are like complimenting, like, wow, your A group combos are cool. I was like, yeah, I could have done better. It was so bad. I was just kind of like, probably one of the worst performances I had in CVS2, but I haven't played that game in many years competitively. So, I mean, like in my head, like when things didn't go well, I just said to myself, well, it's a free tournament, don't get all like butthurt and stuff like that. So, but I was a little bit bitter because it was like a lot of people got away with stuff, and they're like so excited. That kind of like bothered me a little bit. It was just like, I didn't want to like crush their hopes and dreams, saying like, if I had my stick or whatever, like it would have been a different story. But I didn't say that. I just kept my mouth shut and go, oh, good games, you did good, and have a fake smile. It was just like, but I knew in my heart, man, I think there would have been one person that would have opposed me in that tournament. He was actually very solid. Like I could tell like he's been practicing. Everyone else I would have destroyed, because the stuff that they be doing, like especially the Gaio and Blanca players, because I play Gaio myself, so I know how Gaio is. And in my early years of in the early 2000s, I hardcore trained against Blanca because he's the most commonly used character in the game. I know how to deal with like the basic Blanca stuff, so I was actually wrecking all these Blanca players, and it was the basic stuff. I shut them down pretty badly. The only thing I'm like losing is I'm dropping combos, and they punish me for it. It is what it is. But I'm not really too concerned about that. So, walk around, and nothing really stand out. I was actually playing the Tekken 8 in casuals, just to test out the PS5 and stuff, and I was actually doing my stuff for a while. I recorded something with Reina. I didn't want to make fun of that particular person, but I have this. I guess I have this niche of making fun of certain Reina players. So I'll put the video up, and you guys gonna laugh. Or I'm probably gonna put that video up first since it's quicker, but you'll see it. But it was he was like on a really good winning streak, and then everyone was just like looking at me, is just like, dude, just play. And I was like, sure, I need to just look at me like, oh, I'm just a cosplayer and stuff. They don't think I know how to play the game. So sure enough, I blew up that Reina pretty badly, because I deal with, I deal with a lot of Reinas, and I practice specifically against her, you know. So like I know like a lot of her stuff, and I ended up getting like a 10-win streak, and then a Raven beat me. I didn't want to stay too long because I want to walk around and stuff. But actually, no, actually I want to eat because I didn't eat all day, and it was like almost 8 o'clock. So yeah, like the Raven player beat me. It was actually close, but I'm not gonna slack off since I have Tekken 8 right now. I'm gonna go over like the basics because there's something that he did that caused like a 50-50 situation, and I need to understand his stance a little bit more. I think I have a catch-all move to deal with all of his tools, but we'll see. I'll go through it and study it because I might have to fight him tomorrow, so you never know. So yeah, so I went to a Waffle House, eat a good dinner, and I decided to go back to the con. It was like, I forgot what time it was, 10 o'clock or something like that, and because I had to wait a while because there's a lot of people at Waffle House, and I walked to the entrance, and I kid you not, there's this guy approaching to me, and I think he was talking to his friend out loud, like hey, I got your brother. And I started seeing him like in the corner of my eye. He had like this wooden stick. I didn't like look at this guy directly, but I just know that it was like a red stick in the corner of my eye. And as he's walking towards, I see him. He's getting really aggressive, and I was really tired at that point. I couldn't walk fast, so like I see him in the corner of my eye, like coming out here. I tried to walk over here and then try to cut so I can go to the end, the hallway. But he catch up and he walked real fast, and to the point where the wooden stick got like pressed onto here to the point where I was forced to move my head to the right and then use my left hand or my left forearm to shield me and try to use force. And he was actually pushing, using two hands and stick, like, trying to push me, and I just used one forearm, and I'm trying to walk around really quickly, and then try to palm him away and not look at him. The reason why I didn't want to look at him because I think like if I'm gonna look at him, I'm gonna probably punch him, because that wasn't cool when he like pushed me right here, because like I felt I gagged a little bit. A little lesson here, like jiu-jitsu. Like when someone does a rear naked choke, their goal, people think is like here they trying to choke out, but it's not the esophagus. It's like this here. This is where the blood flows to the brain, and you kind of want to do the rear naked choke where the V is here. That touches here, and then you squeeze. So like if they try to use their forearm to push against their esophagus, they're not going to get choked out, but they're going to hurt their esophagus. But at the very least, they're not going to choke out. They'll be conscious, and then they have enough time to escape. Well, anyways, this guy pushed right here, and my reaction when I like leaned to the right, put my forearm here, I wanted to punch. And I had to resist myself doing it because in that entrance there's a lot of security guards and there's a police on the premises. And I really don't want to go to jail. I don't want to get banned in Momocon. As soon as I got to the game room, I was just like, well, the vendor's closed. There's really no point in me hanging out. So as soon as I got to the game room, I chilled for like 10 minutes and I just walked away. I chilled outside where everyone meets. Talk to some people here and there, and I was just like, I'm gonna go because it's, what time is it now? Like 1:20 now, 1:20 a.m. I'm a little bit tired. I want to go play Tekken 8 real quick to break down Raven real quickly, and maybe my buddies on Discord, stuff like that. I really need to talk to somebody because this is kind of like still in my mind. So that's why I really want to make this video and just like just vent a little bit, but I need to vent more. So hopefully they'll be on so I can talk to them. But that's my day. I mean, it might seem like today was a little bit of off day, but like looking at the positives, I met like a lot of nice people. A lot of people compliment my Todoroki. I've been cosplaying as Todoroki for years. I've been meaning to do other cosplays, but I didn't have time. I only been able to focus on the stealth version of Bakugo for World Heroes mission, and I didn't really complete that. So, but I want to do something different. But now since I'm getting my mojo of like making stuff, so you might see me something different. So I might retire like Todoroki a bit. But today was like a lot of compliments. So I was really happy and I really appreciate it. Got a lot of pictures and I got a lot of smiles on the kids' faces. So that's all that matters to me, man. That's why I do what I do. You know, to make people like be happy. You know, escape reality and stuff. I'm trying to escape reality myself, but it's very hard to escape reality when you got some joker with a red stick coming at you. So, but anyways, that's it with this vlog here. Hopefully, I'll record some actual Momocon footage now that I realize my hotel is closer. So that's that. All right, guys. Hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you next time. Peace.